Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Rob and this is Bluegrass Profits, and today what we are going to do is we are going shopping at a Dick's Sporting Goods warehouse. I have one that just opened up apparently back in May that I had no idea about. My mother-in-law actually just told me about it, so let's go see what we can find here at the store and hopefully come out with a lot of money. Starting off here, really have no game plan, so I just decided I would go to the first little section here that I saw and go ahead and start scanning. Here we have this Under Armour tank top. It's actually $27. I'm not even gonna waste my time checking this one just because there's no way I'm gonna make some money there. Look across the way and I find a couple swim trunks. A lot of these were Hurley brand, but when I checked on Amazon Seller Central, none of these actually pops up. So as of right now, a lot of this stuff is looking to be a dud. They were claiming all these 70% off prices, but I was certainly not seeing them just in the brief things that I've scanned so far. Here I spotted some more swimsuits, and these are actually all Nike swimsuits, but the seller rank on this was stupid high, like 400,000. It's getting to the end of the summer season, so most people aren't swimming, so I passed on those. And here we have some Adidas slides, again, either not pulling up or these just were not profitable. And this seems to be the going rate for everything. So here we have some backpacks. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and check these. Again, nothing is pulling up. So Nike, we're gonna pass on those. Next we move into some Champion bags. I think these actually could have made very few dollars, but nothing much. So we're just gonna keep checking. Surely I can find something here. Here I thought I found my first good win. These were Adidas calf sleeves. They were currently $14.97 in the store. Amazon was not on the listing and there was no other sellers. In order to make money, I would have to have sold for at least $30. And historically they were selling for $25. So I went ahead and listed a few of these as FBM to see if I could sell one before I left the store in order to see if I would pick these up. However, nothing ever sold by the time I left the store, and come to find out, Amazon actually deactivated my listing because I had a pricing error when I listed for $30. So that was unfortunate, but I ended up leaving all of those. Here we have some Under Armour socks. These were going to be $3.99. I also find a bunch of Nike socks and Adidas socks here on this wall. They're all about just under $4 and I'm making about $3. However, my only dilemma here is I do not have a cart, and I did not want to just go up to the front with handfuls of socks. Right after this, I start looking around and realize most people don't have any carts, but then there are a few with carts. So I decided I was going to make a trip to the front, maybe go around the store and just look for some carts and figure out where these people were getting them from. So again, these Nike socks could have made a profit, but there was a bunch of them, and I didn't want to just go spend all my money today on socks. Next up here we have this Columbia long sleeve sun t-shirt thing. $2.97, hell of a deal. It's 92% off. I'm gonna go ahead and actually keep this one for myself. And I do find two more in size small sprinkled throughout the shelves, so I'm gonna take those and send those into Amazon. Even though Amazon's on the listing, I can still make some money because I only paid $3 for them, and I could undercut Amazon to get the sale. Here we find some Under Armour pants. These are currently $17.97, but there's an additional 25% off that I get for these pants, which makes them just that much more profitable. And I can list these for $55. There's only like 1 or 2 sellers on the listing, and Amazon has been out of stock for a very long time, so I don't foresee them coming back. Here, there's like 13 pairs of these, more pairs of these pants. And I sit here thinking, I'm like, what do I do? Do I buy these or do I just leave them? So naturally, I'm going to go ahead and take them all. It's tax-free weekend. I get that 25% off. The right thing to do is to take them all. So that's exactly what I did. I must say, whoever organized these shelves did a hell of a job, because the color organization, I wish I could get my closets to look like this, just with everything being one color, but that's not something I like to take the time to do. This rack kind of got sprinkled up a little bit, a little mix. This Under Armour shirt, not going to be profitable for me, but we'll just go ahead and keep moving on and see what we can find. There's this white long sleeve here that I check. You can also notice there's some on my left as well. This is an Under Armour long sleeve, and it's actually restricted to sell. This would have been a great pickup, but unfortunately unable to sell them, so I had to leave all those behind. So we're just going to go ahead and continue with scanning. This is the real deal, just so you guys know. It's not, just walk in the store and find something. You have to spend a lot of time sourcing, looking for products, trying to figure out whether they're profitable or not. This is usually a battery killer, and it just takes a lot of time, but it's part of the game when you're doing retail arbitrage. So I make my way towards the front of the store again, and I've actually been here before. I saw these Nike Polos, and I wanted to kind of think on these to see if I'd want to pick these up. They were originally $27 in the store, but with the 25% off, I was going to get them for just a touch over $20, which would give me a net profit of about $10, which was 50% ROI. So I decided to come back just after I was going to do some more research on them, just to see if these were worth selling. And then while I'm standing here kind of checking my phone, checking the tags, this worker comes by, asks if I'm doing okay, and then proceeds to come back and it's like, "Oh, I love your shirt. What does that mean?" So I'm just kind of telling her what the meaning on my shirt says. It's just hearing, helping, healing. It was one of my mottos for work at the time before the hospital had changed. So here, I'm going to go ahead and pick up all 6 of these Nike Polos. I decided I'll spend the $120 to make $60. It's 50% ROI. The rank on these Polos is pretty good, so they should sell relatively soon and I should get my money back. And lastly, I stop right here. Right off camera, I'm looking at this pair of Under Armour sweatpants, and Amazon is on the listing for these guys at like $39, and with the price in store, I'm really not going to make all that much money, if any, especially if I can't undercut Amazon. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and pass on these, even though they had quite a bit in store. Maybe what I can do is come back to this warehouse, and if they are still on the shelf, maybe then I'll grab them. So that's going to do it for this shopping trip. So I'm going to cash out here, and let's go break down all the numbers in the car, and then when I get home to Inventory Labs. Hey guys, we are back and we just walked out of there. I don't know if you can see this, but we spent $334.14. This consisted of 6 of those Polos. I don't remember if those were like a Nike or Adidas. We got 15 pairs of those Under Armour pants. Amazon's been out of stock for like 2 years or so, and there's hardly any sellers, and they sell a decent amount a month. And then I also picked up 3 Columbia shirts, which I paid $2.23 for. Those were even cheaper than they originally said they were on the tag. So also tax-free weekend, so it was $334.14 without any tax. I'm looking at probably almost over $600 just from this short little trip. So needless to say, I'm pretty happy with that shopping trip. So shout out to the mother-in-law. She came through for me on this one. Also, what I plan to do next, I'm gonna go home, put all this into Inventory Lab, and just see how much it truly is, but I do expect it to be around $600. I was actually pretty close here. So my total with these 3 items, I have 23 total. I'm looking at $594.02 in net profits. Had I went ahead and thrown on that additional Columbia shirt that I'm keeping for myself, this would have taken me over the $600 threshold. But nonetheless, pretty happy with this quick little trip here at the Dick's Sporting Goods warehouse.